I'm good. I'm Alexandria Collins.
I'm Sinclair Collins.
Hi, Sinclair. Nice to meet you. So I hear we're here today in regards to some substance use. Is that correct?
Yes.
Do you mind if I ask you a few questions about that?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. So on a typical day, what does that look like for you?
So for a typical day, my drinking normally looks like 5 to 6 a day.
Okay.
Normally after work when I'm feeling stressed.
When you're stressed.
Mhm.
Okay. So we're gonna go ahead and do a test. It's called an audit C test, and basically what this is, it's just a compress of 3 questions, just kind of asking you simple questions. Um, and the answer choices range from A, B, C, D, and E, and you would just answer those questions as followed. Um, so I will give you this, and I can read them out loud for you if you would like, and then you can just answer them.
Okay.
Okay. So number 1, how often do you have a drink containing alcohol in the past? So A, never, B, monthly, less than monthly, C, 2 or 4 times a month, D, 2 to 3 times per week, or E, more than 4 times a week. Okay. How many drinks containing alcohol do you have on a typical day? A, 1 to 2, B, 3 to 4, C, 5 to 6, D, 7 to 9, or E, 10 or more. Okay. Number 3, how often did you have 6 or more drinks on one occasion? A, never, B, less than monthly, C, monthly, D, weekly, or E, daily. Okay. Do you have any questions?
I do not.
Okay, let me just review this for a second. And so how we tally this up is you get 0 points if you circle A, you get 1 point if you circle B, 2 points C, 3 points D, 4 points E. So on number 1, you have E, so that will be 4 points there. Number 2, you have C, so that'll be 2 points there. Number 3, you have E, so that'll be another 4 points there. So 4 plus 2 plus 4 equals 10. And what this means is alcohol misuse, that you have alcohol misuse and you could possibly have liver damage. So this could possibly be a problem because now it's not social drinking. It seems to be a little bit more like drinking in a way that it could harm your health. So, do you have any questions about this test?
I do not.
Okay. So for number 1, when it's saying how often do you have a drink containing alcohol in the past, and you answer D, 4 times a week, can you tell me what that looks like?
So normally 4 times or more a week. I would just go every day after work, and then I drink on the weekends.
Okay. When you're drinking, would you say like it affects your day at work following? When you're drinking at night, would it affect your day at work next day, like after drinking?
Usually, yeah, because I can't get to work on time and get up fast enough because I'm hungover or stuff like that.
Okay. And number 2, how many drinks containing alcohol do you have on a typical day? So you answered 5 or 6. Can you tell me what that would look like on a typical, like what would a typical day for you be like?
So normally with the 5 or 6, I'll start off with either a beer or a shot of liquor.
Okay.
Both, and then I'll go move to like wine or like a mixed beverage of sorts.
Okay.
Whatever's the special.
Okay. And number 3, how often did you have 6 or more drinks on one occasion? And you said daily. Can you tell me what that looks like and kind of get into detail about that, please?
Okay. So that kind of looks like every day I'm having at least 6 Long Island iced teas, 6 beers, 6 glasses of wine, some sort of mixture of those three. And I do that every day just to kind of like relax and de-stress, because it seems to really help. And then on the weekends, you know, you drink socially, so everyone wants to have a shot. And normally, like, the cups are bigger, so the drink sizes are more, even if it's 1 cup. So that's kind of what I meant by that.
So when they say drinks, like, are you drinking like mixed drinks, or are you drinking like liquor? I know you mentioned Long Island iced tea, so is that like your go-to, or are you drinking like vodka or whiskey or anything like that?
It depends on the day. So like on the weekdays, I'll start with a shot, and then of like vodka. But then I normally do like a Long Island iced tea, and then on the weekends, I'll do more of like a mixed drink, like a Crown and Coke, or just like hard liquor.
Okay. Yeah, so that's basically what these scores mean, and you know, it is a little alarming to me because typically we would want somebody to score 5 or less than 5, and that would be kind of considered I guess normal, but less alarming. And first, I would like to commend you for answering these questions correctly. I think that's a great step to, you know, getting some help and some positive feedback, is being honest, and you were pretty honest. But going forward from now, I would like to help you come up with a solution. So, you say you're stressed at work. What does this stress look like on a day-to-day basis? Is it kind of like the same thing? Like, is it something triggering you every day, or is it kind of up in the air, like different every day? If you can just kind of tell me what that would look like.
Okay.
And it all I'm sorry to interrupt, but it all doesn't have to be work related. Just like from the time you wake up to the time you go to sleep, what are some things that would drive you to drinking?
Okay. Well, obviously work is very stressful because it's very high volume. But outside of work, things that kind of stress me out are like my family, just like the pressure to outperform or perform just as well as my siblings. In relationships, a lot of things are up in the air in the sense of kind of like a will they, won't they kind of thing. And that really stresses me out because I very much like to be in control of everything. So not knowing things really stresses me out. And so I just drink.
So would you say it's the actual job that's stressing you out, or just kind of like your own thoughts?
I would say the stress is coming more towards more from like internal. So the need for me to perform well, and the stress that maybe am I not performing well? Like I'm overthinking things, and so I do drink to kind of like stop the overthinking and to like relax.
Okay. So what do you think of these results?
I really think that they're kind of alarming because just kind of saying them casually doesn't really make it seem so bad. But then once I see it on paper and I'm scored and I'm actually above the average, it's kind of alarming. I'm only 23, and you said that it does affect my health and my liver. So I do want to live for a long time. I do want to take care of myself.
Okay. So before trying to come up with the plan together, I just wanted to ask a few more questions. So like when you're not drinking, do you think about drinking? Like, are you looking forward to drinking, or it's just kind of like an impulse?
It's more of like I'm planning it. I'm looking forward to drinking. When I'm on work, I'm like, I'm gonna go to this bar tonight. When I'm planning social gatherings with my friends, it's always who's got the alcohol. Let's go clubbing. Let's just sit at home and drink. Like my social gatherings all involve drinking.
So would you say like you have a strong desire for it and you crave it?
Definitely.
Okay. Would you say it's like would you say like drinking like it alters like your way of thinking, like affect, like, let me see. Like, do you think your substance use affects like the way you make decisions or anything like that, or do you think that's a total separate entity from like your thought process and your decision making skills?
Well, I really think that it kind of does impact my decision making skills negatively because normally I'm pretty like level headed and calm, but then once I start drinking, I don't care about the rules, all caution to the wind, like just I'm 100 driving forward, you know.
Okay, so this is what I would like to do. I think this would be a good idea because you did score pretty high, so we're not expecting to come back in a week and this score be, you know, average or below average because it's going to take some time. So what I'm thinking, and you tell me if you think this is a good idea as well, is keep a journal. And so in this journal, when you wake up, well, it doesn't even have to be when you wake up. You can do it as you go or at the end of the day. Just kind of how you felt in the morning, how you felt in the afternoon, how you felt that night, how you felt before you went to bed, and just kind of write things that happened. So, you know, today I woke up, my supervisor was friendly, my coworkers are friendly, talked to my mom, I had a good day. Tuesday, I had a meeting, tire blew out, like just little things like that, like just, you know, things that went on in your day. And so at the end of the week, I want to meet back here in my office and we can go over your, you know, like your days. And so, and why I say that is because I feel like with you writing it down, since you're so self-aware of what's wrong and what you need to work on, I feel like we can come together and find like some triggers in there and figure out a way to not completely cut out your drinking, because you do drink a lot and I think it would be a stretch to ask you to completely stop. So maybe reduce these drinking. So you're saying you're drinking over 4 times a week. So I would like to gradually lower that number, maybe to 2 to 3 times a week to possibly 1. And then eventually get to like special occasions, social drinking, things like that. Does that sound like something you'd be interested in?
That sounds like something I could definitely work towards. I do want to be a social drinker and not a heavy drinker like I am.
Okay. Do you feel like this is something that could benefit you?
I do. I really do. I love the whole part of keeping a journal so I can see what triggers me. Yeah, I'd never thought of that.
Okay. Well, that's going to be your homework assignment. So I'll see you back here next Monday.
Okay.
And I would like you to have your journal and just kind of highlight some things that you noticed that were different, or make little notes of something that you want me to know, or just anything like that. And then we can kind of go from there, and we're going to work on this together, and we're going to get your drinking under control. And I just appreciate your time and your honesty and, you know, allowing me to help you on this journey. Do you have any more questions for me?
No, I don't.
Okay, well, it was nice meeting you.
Nice meeting you too.
All right.